Great.
Yes, so
Great.
two is after this, should we dump off the stuff in the house?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have him. And this is the plus one.
Oh, yeah, great, oh, yeah, great. So we can, but you all just want to go to the other show?
We are on team dessert,
Yeah.
and she has some wrap-up work to do, so we may have to stop off and...
I was gonna stop off and help you guys.
Oh,
but
great.
I'm gonna pay for dessert.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
All
Okay,
right,
so
well, let's figure it out.
Let's
You do your.
powwow post.
Do your big job.
Let's post Polish powwow.
Yeah. Go on, okay.
Is it working?
Yes.
It's working, okay. So we'll give 2 more minutes for people to come and I will start, okay?
I brought my bag. No, I think I No.
You're fine?
Yeah. Yeah, people might find their way in during lectures.
Actually, I live in Poland, you know, so that's a little bit about the Mickiewicz Institute, like Poland, so I know a little bit about what the size of the theater community is, and then we go
Spinning. Yeah, he's spinning. Yeah. It's great though. What a great start. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, in English, it's kind of members of staff.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hi. So my name is Kevin Becerra, and I'm the Artistic Engagement Manager here at ArtsEmerson. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you all, but to also welcome our wonderful guest speaker today, Szymon Wróblewski, who's here from the Mikolaj Institute. And he's going to give us a really great insight to what is going on in Polish theater today, right now, kind of where it's come from and where it is. We're so excited. Szymon's been here for the past couple days, along with Andrzej Chyra, to kind of kick off our Polish Film Festival that runs through through November 16th on the weekends right here in the screening room. There was a great workshop yesterday in Charlestown, the Charlestown Working Theater, that we're hearing a lot of great buzz about. So this is Szymon's last activity. He runs straight to the train immediately following. And so we are very, very excited to hear what he's got for us. So thank you so much, Szymon, for being here.
Thank you for the introduction. So yeah, this will be 90 minutes and right now about 83 minutes of essence, you know. I will try to give you at least a picture or a kind of introduction to Polish theater. And yeah, I'm here because of, I'm working for Adam Mickiewicz Institute. This is a national institution of art, of culture in Poland. We are supported by state. We are responsible for introducing the Polish artists to communities all over the world. We are based in Warsaw. There is like 100 people working with us, for us. We are running number of seasons that are happening in other countries. This year we are running a season in Turkey. Next year we have a big program in China and in Russia. And 2016 is a Polish season in Brazil. I'm here on behalf of a manager of project called Campus Project. We are also running a program for students and professors of campuses in the United States. I'm really thankful for Emerson College to have me here, you know, for David Dower and for Rob that is also here. You know, thank you for having me here in Boston. So I will try to tell you a little bit about Poland and the Polish theater, and just to give you a little bit of clue what Poland is, because maybe not all of you are familiar with our country. We are in the center of Europe. Poland is this big red dot in the center of map. We are right now member of European Union. We joined European Union like 10 years ago. We are the 6th economy in this political organization. In Poland itself, we have about not more than 38 million people living in our country, and about more than 2 million people left Poland during the last 10 years. So they are living in other countries, but they are still visiting Poland from time to time. So the question is, how big is the theater movement in Poland, and how many theaters we have? So I prepared some numbers to tell you what was the season 2012-2013, what we had. And so between 1st of September and the last day of August 2013, we had more than 30,000 performances in 677 theaters that are working in our country. This is the number of spectators that we have. It will be hard for me to read it in English, but I think the number is speaking for itself. And in this number of performances, we had more than 1,000 premieres, including 157 world and Polish premieres. To give you also maybe a picture for how the Polish theater life is organized, well, we are working basically in theaters that have permanent ensembles. By permanent ensemble, I mean number of actors that are on tenure, that are working with a number of directors through the whole season. The number of actors in each theater, it's different. We have theaters that have 20 actors. In National Theatre in Warsaw, we have right now 63 actors that are on permanent contract. Besides of that, there are of course the guest actors that are just coming to play a performance. When I'm speaking about 677 theaters, I mean this number of different institutions. We have 3 national theaters. These are theaters that are directly supported by Ministry of Culture. It means that they are based in Warsaw and in Krakow. They have very big budgets. They have also very big ensembles. 3 of them have actually more than 2 stages, and almost each night from Tuesday to Sunday there is a performance played on each one of them. This is of course changing during the year, and sometimes it's changing because of the number of staff that is actually busy with rehearsals or other productions. So this is the first level of support. The second level is the theaters that are supported by regions, and then there are theaters supported by cities. Besides of that, there are a number of private companies, foundations, and societies that are applying for a number of grants, and from most of them are the grants also given by institutions supported by state, but some of them actually managed to also get some private funding or grants from companies. So as you can see, the theater movement in Poland is complex, and there are many kinds of institutions that are working over there. Yes, so we have so many institutions, but do people care about the theater? I would say that we have quite strong support in the society. I think it's one of the reasons is also the historical the history of Poland. The theater was always a place where you could easily make a production that will be also political, that could comment something that is happening, that it's like relevant, and immediately responding for something that is happening right now. So just to give you the example of something that happened in June this year, There is a performance prepared by Rodrigo Garcia. He's an Argentinian artist that is living right now in Spain. He's based in Madrid, and he's working with with his group of actors that are based in Spain. And in June this year, actually for the last Friday of June, there was a performance scheduled to be presented during Malta Festival. This festival is happening in city of Poznań. It's I think right now 4th or 5th biggest city in Poland. Malta Festival, I think this was 24th edition of this festival. It's happening every year at the end of June. And Rodrigo Garcia was invited to be artist that will be a curator for this year program. So when the announcement about this performance went to newspapers, the organizers of the festival got a letter from a right-wing organization, Catholic organization, saying that if this performance will be staged in Poznań, they will organize a regular riot. There was a danger actually of fire. They were saying that they will throw the bricks to the windows of the institution, and they were saying that there will be more than 2,000 people taking part in the protest in front of the institution just because of the performance. Why is it so controversial? Well, the performance is the text by Rodrigo Garcia, and the whole performance is actually a critic against how the Catholic, or maybe a Bible, and the message that it's given by Bible is used right now by private companies or like pop culture and the culture in general, or sometimes by companies or politicians to sell products, also to make political pressure and to build a kind of support for ideas that are very conservative. You know, it's easy to guess that Rodrigo Garcia is like left-wing artist, very and he's openly criticizing the culture right now. The organizers were afraid that actually this riot will be bigger than it's on the paper. There were also another anonymous letters coming saying that there will be like a regular war in front of this center. So the organizers decided to cancel both performances, and Rodrigo Garcia was asked not to perform in Poznań. Garcia's reaction was, he immediately sent a letter of protest saying that this is like censorship, and it should never happen actually in a country that is following democratic rules. And the Theatre Society in Poland prepared, I think, the best response that could be prepared. And in around 30 theatre companies, societies, some theatre fans, alternative groups made readings, or also were screening a recording of the performance exactly the same night that it was scheduled to be performed in Poznań. So it happened in 24 cities, and according to organizers, you know, that like more than 500 people were involved in preparation, and you know, there were more spectators that supposed to see this performance in Poznań. I will show you right now a few pictures that were made the same night in different cities. You can see it right now. This is the picture that I made from the inside of the TR Warszawa building. And this is the group of protesters that were standing in front of dramatic theater in Warsaw. This is the number. This is the group of actors that were reading this text in front of dramatic theater, and people behind that were protesting. They were using some sirens. They were using tear gas. They were shouting and trying to disturb actors to read this performance. And right now you could see the crowd that was blocking the entrance for National Theatre in Krakow, and there were they're trying to start screening the projection at 7 p.m. Actually, then the police was moving away the crowd, so the screening started at 9. And this is entrance for another theater in city Bydgoszcz. This is entrance for Polski theater over there. As you could see, also the crowd was, they came with flags, they came with Christian symbols, they came with number of posters actually, and they were protesting against this reading that was happening inside the building. Because of behavior of 3 people in the audience, 3 readings in different cities were actually cancelled. I mean, during the reading, it was not possible actually to finish the presentation. So if you would like to know more, like why theater is so important for people in Poland, I think the best thing you could do is to come for screening of the documentary that will be shown here during the festival that was mentioned in beginning of this in the introduction for this lecture. I really would like to invite you to come to Emerson College on Friday, November 14th or Sunday 16th. 2 times you could see a documentary movie about production of Possessed by Dostoevsky. This performance was made by Polish director named Andrzej Chyra in 1970 in Krakow in the National Theatre. This production was so good that it was invited to be performed in London. And then actually Chyra was invited again to Yale School of Drama in 1974 to make the same production, but then with students of Yale School of Drama. I think this documentary is showing what was the meaning of the theater in 70s when Poland was still a communistic country, and but it's also showing what we still have right now in our minds when we speak about the theater in Poland right now in general. If we speak about the Polish theater, it's hard not to mention 2 ambassadors that we had in different countries in the world. Both of them were also performing in United States. I think these names are usually coming up when we are speaking about the Polish theater in the past. It's of course Jerzy Grotowski and Tadeusz Kantor. Both of these artists had number of followers, and one of the following group, Teatr Zar, was also guest here in Boston like 2 years ago, I think, right? Or yes. And I'm really hoping that in the future they could also come back again here to introduce a little bit of this Grotowski technique. And second artist, Tadeusz Kantor, was performing regularly in La Mama in New York. He's also important for the calendar of Adam Mickiewicz Institute. Next year we're actually preparing a century of his birthday, and in different institutions in US we are preparing a number of, we would like to screen some shows, like remind people about Tadeusz Kantor. This program is still prepared, so I think in January or February we will know more when something will also happen here in Boston. I'm looking forward to also have a presentation of it here. But let us move right now for what is right now important in Polish theatre. I would say that the Polish theatre would never be so lively if there were no theatre schools that are actually so the first place that people are organizing themselves as a society, as a group of people that are starting to work together, to share some interest, to follow the same professors, and to look for the source of inspiration that will bring some fruits in the future. There are 3 major theatre schools in Poland. The first one is the Theatre Academy in Warsaw, and the second school is Łódź Film and Theatre School. in the city of Łódź. This one could be actually known for you as a school that Roman Polanski graduated from, and many cinematographers that are working in Hollywood are also graduated from this school. And the third school that will be actually a key school for this presentation is the State Theatre School in Krakow. I think I could say that this is the best theatre school in Poland right now. I need to mention that also I graduated from the school, so that's why maybe it's so easy for me to say it. But I think the reason for it is that this school is created kind of structure that is helping people to discuss, to create, and give the kind of environment that something that we called inspiration could be shared and spread among students. The theater school has 2 seats. The seat in Krakow, the building in Krakow, is house for acting department. It's drama acting department and musical acting, and directing department also. It's drama, directing, and dramaturgy department. There is also dance theater department that it's right now moving to city of Bytom. And in another city called Wrocław, there is acting department and puppet theater department. In this last department, you could not only learn how to act with a puppet, but also how to direct the performance with puppets. And if we speak about the Polish theater, I think the major figure in Polish theater in general is the director. I think it's common thing for theaters in Poland, in Germany, in Austria, to have like a strong figure that it's sometimes like an artistic director for the theater, sometimes a person that is coming to make a performance in with different ensembles. So my presentation will give you few names of Polish theater directors that are right now still working and presenting their works in theaters in Poland. I will start with Krystian Lupa. I think this is I could not imagine right now like more important figure in the Polish theater. He's important because of his works for theater, but also that he's also a professor in the theater school in Krakow. Meeting with him is always magnetizing. I mean, either you hate him, either you love him. Sometimes you really follow him as an artist, and if you follow him too closely, I think it's damaging your style and actually making your theater kind of like a second-hand theater. But if you manage to break some kind of connection with him and start to have a dialogue with your master, it's actually helping you to develop something that is individual and yours. And yes, Krystian is mainly working right now in Wrocław. Actually, if the title of this lecture is to show you something, the Polish theater till yesterday. So I think the latest great premiere that we had in Poland was this new premiere of performance by Krystian Lupa. Last week he opened a new show in Wrocław based on prose of Thomas Bernhard. He's an Austrian writer, novelist, and also playwright. I think he's not very well known in United States, but I think that Austrian literature is, it's very, I would say, local and basic, but in the meantime, I think it's also saying something or corresponding with something that we have in Poland. So Bernhard was staged by Krystian Lupa many times. He also was performing in Lincoln Center in 2010, I believe, performance based on Lime works by Thomas Bernhard. He's working as a stage designer, director, and costume designer. So he's always working, creating his own work on stage. I will show you right now short video from a performance that Christian made 3 years ago in Warsaw. I chose this one because it's also with English subtitles, so for 3 minutes you can at least see or get the signal what kind of subject he's touching with this performance.
Była blisko zaprzyjaźniona z Federico Fellini.
Federico chce zrobić performance o radości. O wiecznych wędrówkach i metamorfozach radości.
Radość. Przecież to jest coś kompletnie przeterminowanego. Nie ma nic bardziej nieaktualnego i anachronicznego niż radość.
Każde dziecko wie, co to jest radość.
To uczucie jest zupełnie
Radość jest
obce.
wtedy, kiedy człowiek się cieszy.
Nie, ja nie wiem, co to jest radość.
Niech pan ze mną zatańczy.
Proszę, to jest przyjemność.
Przyszliśmy tu wszyscy, żeby zrobić screenwriter dla Felliniego.
Teraz chcę patrzeć przez swój aparat do obserwowania, jak będziecie padać na pysk, jak będziecie bzikować. Właściwie się nie wyjeżdża.
So the performance was based on a novel by Alfred Kubin, titled On the Other Side. It's a novel from 30s, written by a novelist that was living in Prague. And the novel in general is speaking about creation of utopia. There is like a mysterious millionaire that is inviting people and moving whole buildings to a new area to create a country that will be utopia. And Christian Lupa prepared this performance together with TR Warszawa and Dramatyczny Theatre. The performance was about 5 hours long, which is like a kind of normal length of performance for Christian Lupa. It also came to my mind the one fact that Christian was actually working in United States. He prepared a performance in American Repertory Theatre 5 or 6 years ago. It was Three Sisters by Chekhov. As far as I remember, the reviews in US was smashing. It was not very good response for this performance. But I think that Christian was he's individual. He's hard to sometimes to okay, I won't name it. Okay. So I will move further right now, and right now I will speak about two directors that are actually students of Christian. Both of them also graduated from Krakow Theatre School. The first person to mention is Krzysztof Warlikowski. His performance was also performed in New York. He prepared Krum by Hanoch Levin, and this performance got Obie Award for the best foreign performances that was staged in New York. I think it was 2009 or 10. After his studies in Krakow, he went to France. He was assistant of Peter Brook for some time. Right now, he was working in Teatr Warszawa for many years, and then he created his own theater right now that he's working with. And Andrzej Chyra, that is here still with us, he's a member of this ensemble. He's working with Krzysztof also for 12 or 13 years. And I will show you right now the short video clip based on performance titled Warsaw Cabaret. This performance was prepared by Krzysztof Warlikowski last year. Krzysztof is not, he's in a kind of luxurious situation because he don't need to make the theater performance so often. He's working right now mainly in opera, and he's working with his ensemble once a year to create a performance that will also follow a kind of path that are creating in this place. It seems that I don't have a wireless internet connection anymore. Yeah, if you could. So, not to lose our precious time, I will just mention maybe what's the material that they were working on. The performance is divided into two parts. The first part is based on Christoph T Sherwood novels. And it's saying about Berlin in 30s. And okay, it should work right now. So let's see if this is working. So yeah, first this is the first part, and the second part is based on script of movie Short Bus, and memoirs and text of Justin Vivian Bond that it's living in New York. I will show you right now the video. I hope that will work right now. Yes. Yes, this is just a teaser actually from this performance. Yeah, I also wanted to mention Krzysztof because of another fact. Together with Sigur Books, the Mickiewicz Institute published Anthology of Polish Contemporary Drama. The title of this anthology is actually Apolonia, like another performance that Krzysztof Warlikowski prepared. And I would like to leave one copy of this book for Emerson College Library. So everyone that is interested to learn a little bit more about contemporary drama could reach it in the library, right? Yes, and because of that, I would like to show a short interview actually about this Apolonia as a performance, because Apolonia was created in 2009 and the premiere was happening in Festival of Avignon, and then there was a Warsaw premiere. And I think this was one of this performance that we will keep in our minds for many years. I'm really happy that this text was actually published and translated, and reading this text you could also see what kind of material and what kind of theater we are creating in Poland. I mean, Krzysztof is best example to show how we understand the term devised theater. I think, you know, if as far as I understood from conversations with people in the United States, the devised theater is something here that it's it's not so widely presented, and it's, this is the theater that it's run by playwrights and the text. I would say that in Poland we rather work opposite way, you know, like most of the scripts that are right now produced and staged are actually kind of collage of different texts. In Apolonia you can find some ancient drama, you can find some contemporary text, but I think the person that will speak the best about it is actually Krzysztof itself. And right now we're gonna see the pictures that you will see. It's actually these are the pictures that are showing this production, and Krzysztof will speak a little bit about the subject of this text and presentation.
W Apolonii, mimo rozmachu historii i rozstrzelenia autorów, czymś, co łączy wszystkie te historie, jest taki, można powiedzieć, dramat rodzinny, bo chodzi o rodzinę Atrydów, później rodzinę Alcesty, rodzinę Rywki czy Apolonii. To są dzieci, to są rodzice i to są dziadkowie, 3 pokolenia. No i to, co jest dla mnie najbliższego, no to są te relacje między tymi ludźmi.
Mam nie nosić żałobę o tobie?
Nie, bo mogiły nikt mi nie usypie.
Oczywiście kontekst są bardzo różne. Kontekst II wojny, kontekst Żydzi, Polacy, kontekst odpowiedzialności, winy. Zwłaszcza, że jest to historia właściwie o Apolonii, o tej, która chciała ocalić i zginęła. Ona wychowywała dzieci w czasie II wojny. Była w ciąży, przyszli Żydzi z dziećmi i pytają, czy ona ich ukryje. Ona mówi tak. Jest zadenuncjowana, ucieka, chce chować dzieci, zmęczona i taka w bezsilności jedzie do swojego ojca. Tam dochodzi do przesłuchania i w tym przesłuchaniu Ona bierze winę na siebie, zresztą przysługujący Niemiec daje jej szansę. Proponuje dwuznacznie jej ojcu, że mogły przyjąć jego ofiarę z jego życia. W ten sposób ocaliłby córkę.
Pan też o niczym nie wiedział? Ukarany zostanie ten, kto schował Żydów.
Oczywiście jest kwestia stawianiu tych ludzkich pytań w wypadku takich tekstów jak starożytni Grecy. Starożytni Grecy w jakichś swoich przeczuciach piszą, ubierają to w jakieś formy mitologiczne i jeszcze konwencje, nie wiem, dramatu greckiego, ale po tym jak się to wszystko obedrze, to dojdzie się do takiego człowieka, nie wiem jakim mógł być w czasie wojny, czy też teraz.
Tak jest, poczekaj, nie rób tego, nie rób tego.
Właściwie o Apolonie można tyle powiedzieć, ile powiedziałem, to znaczy opowiedzieć ją historię. Nie można wejść do środka, nie można sobie stawiać pytań, dlaczego, po co, jakie są jej zasługi, jaka jest jej wielkość, jaki jest strach i tak dalej, i tak dalej. Same to wydarzenie, które jest zresztą prawdziwym wydarzeniem, coś, co się naprawdę zdarzyło, ma swoją siłę, bo poza tekstami Greków można powiedzieć, że ta historia jest taka najmniej wymyślona. Życie za nią stoi, przystoi bolesna.
Że też ja dożyłam chwili, że mogłam pana pocałować.
Pierwszą moją intuicją było zrobienie przedstawienia, które powinno powstać w Warszawie po wojnie. Z różnych powodów nie doszło, był komunizm, o pewnych rzeczach się nie mówiło, pewne rzeczy były źle widziane. Od lat 90. odrabiamy tą pracę, której nie wykonaliśmy na temat ludzi w tej wojnie, dlatego to przedstawienie mogło się narodzić tylko na tym cmentarzysku, którym była Warszawa po wojnie. Myślę, że świadomość jest najważniejsza, jak gdyby rozumienie o kim się mówi, kogo się pokazuje, co ja w to wkładam, co jest w tej postaci takiego, co jest moim życiem.
Wind blows in my room. I hide behind the curtain, made of underwear and fear.
For those of you that are interested to read the text, I recommend you to read the Anthology. And also, besides of this text, you could you could read some other contemporary dramas that were written in Poland lately. The next person that I would like to mention is Grzegorz Jarzyna. He's another student of Christian Lupa. He's working as artistic director of Teatr Rozmaitości, the theater that I mentioned a few times already during this lecture. His productions were many times performed in New York. The latest one was there 2 weeks ago. It's in St. Anne's Warehouse. Grzegorz was showing his version of 448 Psychosis by Sarah Kane. The reviews were very positive and very enthusiastic. I'm really happy that this performance had so great response in New York. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the good footage from performance that he made in June this year. He was working on a script of a movie by Cassavetes titled Opening Night. He prepared a show titled another woman that was performed in May in Warsaw. Right now I will show you a short clip from a performance that he made 4 years ago, titled Nosferatu, based on a movie and also based on a number of novels that are showing Dracula as a kind of character. I believe that Grzegorz made his own, present his own version of a story of vampires, you know, something that we already know from TV serials and other movies. Yes, let's look right now just for this presentation here. This performance he made together with National Theatre in Warsaw. It was performed in Brooklyn Academy of Music last November, exactly a year ago. The next artist I would like to mention is Michał Satara. Michał was he's a very interesting figure. He was studying in theater school in Krakow, but he's not actually a follower of Christian Lupa. He was many times mentioning that actually Christian is for him not even like a point for this to start a discussion. He was born in Warsaw, then he was living in Austria. He was then he went for studies. He was studying here in United States in Swarthmore College, and when he was studying over there, actually because of Alan Kucharski, a professor that is a teacher over there, he actually learned a lot about the Polish theater. So he escaped from Poland. I mean, he moved away from Poland, but suddenly Poland found him in the US. And when he came to Poland, he was studying, and he started studying the theater school in Krakow. He actually surprised many people how, with his fresh approach for Polish classics. You know, the number of texts that we are reading, you know, knowing what is the meaning of this text in the culture. You know, sometimes we know too much actually to read this text fresh and to find something that is actually happening over there. So the staging by Michał is always surprising because he's usually finding interesting point in a text that he's reading and that he's using during the rehearsals. I will show you right now a short video clip of performance titled Chopin Without Piano. This performance was produced during anniversary of Frédéric Chopin that we had 2 years ago. And Michał made a very interesting production that it's actually showing Chopin, but I mean the title is saying, it's telling everything, you know, this is Chopin without piano. And you will be able to see it in this short clip.
Nie chcę być pochowany żywcem. Rozetnijcie moje ciało, wyrwijcie serce, utopcie je w wódce i wyślijcie je w słoiku do Warszawy jako prezent. Tam już jest mój roztrzaskany fortepian. To jest absolutny, dramatyczny krzyk. Tego nie można sobie tak po prostu zagrać. Jak Hummla czy Kalkbrennera, że jest Może są trudne fragmenty, ale są podporządkowane myśleniu dramatycznemu. Bo to jest koncert tragiczny. Chopin generalnie nie pisał wesołych rzeczy. Najweselszy mazurek jest podszyty żalem jakimś. I właśnie ten żal koncertu F-moll jest przejmujący. Nie ma ani jednego przebiegu muzycznego, który by nie był w dalszym ciągu opowieścią.
Yes. I hope that everything will go well and that we'll be able to present Chopin without piano in Boston next year. Please follow the ArtsEmerson programming and see, check to look for this title. We are right now during a conversation, but I'm crossing my fingers, but everything is going well so far. Yes, I was speaking about contemporary drama. I would like to also make a short product placement for Polish classics. And I would like to say a little bit about this text that the title you could see over here. It's Iwona, Princess of Burgundia by Witold Gombrowicz. This is my very own, private dream to see this production in the United States. It was played by all theaters, alternative theaters in the United States. I'm looking forward to see this in like a theater production, proper theater production in on big stage. I believe that this text was for sure translated into English. I think it's one of these texts that are universal, totally international. And to convince you that this text is actually worth to read and maybe to think about it as a text for performance, I will show you a short video clip from a performance that was produced by another young director. His name is Krzysztof Warlikowski, and he's working in theaters in Krakow, Warsaw, and Wrocław. This Iwona, Princess of Burgundia, won a number of prizes a year ago, and I think when you will see this, video clip, you will also understand why is it so.
Nieszczęśliwa zjawiła się na dworze, mistrzysz się bez przerwy. Powiedz mi prawdę. Czyś ty nie powiedziała komu? Czyś ty nie rozpaplała o moich wierszach? Powiedz. Nie wytrzymałaś i powiedziałaś? Nie powiedziałaś. Puść mnie! Puść mnie!
Można się nie krępować.
Nie ma mowy! Nie ma mowy, żebym cię teraz puścił! O! Dopiero teraz z tobą czuję się na miejscu! O! Co za rozkosz! Trzymać w ramionach istotę nieodpychającą! Przestajesz być moją narzeczoną. Zdradziłem cię z Izą. Odpływam, odsuwam się od ciebie. Nie ma mnie. Zrywam z tobą. Człowiek. Cicho! Człowiek jak jest tam, to się rozrasta. Co to jest? Co? Co to jest? W tym pokoju jakiegoś głupio sprzętu, co? Co? Oddycha. Oddycha. Jak żyje sobie tam w sobie po uszy. Zawarta w sobie. Cóż. Wsadzić w ciało.
Co ty? Filipie? Filipie? Mordo, co chcesz być?
Wtrącaj się! Wtrącaj się! To są moje prywatne sprawy. Śpi.
Ja też będę spać. Chodźmy stąd, proszę.
Westchnęła.
Filipie, ja też będę wzdychać, przestań! Nie.
Słyszysz, jak on tam śpi? Ona śpi o nas. Ona śpi o nas. Ona śni o nas. O mnie, o tobie. My tam,
Ja też będę śnić.
Cicho! My tam w środku nie jesteśmy. W środku. Rozumiesz? Nie słyszysz, jak ona boleśnie śpi? Nie słyszysz, jak ona boleśnie śpi? Jak ciężko oddycha, jak pracuje w sobie? Ty słyszysz, jak ty?
Jesteś anormalny. Jesteś anormalny.
Jak mogę być normalny? Nie mogę być normalny, kiedy ktoś nie jest anormalny, tak? Dobra. Bądźmy normalni. Ja będę normalny. Ty będziesz normalny.
I will stop here because I think this picture is actually showing a kind of rule that was created for this performance, a kind of idea that Christoph had for set design, because it's not, you were not able to see it during this recording, but as an audience, when you are entering the theater and sitting, taking your seat, you are only watching a screen. The whole performance is actually happening behind the screen. So everything that you are seeing right now, even here, the quality of this recording is so low because the camera was only catching the picture that was already a picture on the screen. So in the very last moment, actually, when the whole drama is finished, the characters are actually breaking through the screen, and finally you are able to see it for the first time in reality. You know? I think that Christoph found a very interesting key for reading this drama. I would say no more right now. I think I would really encourage you to grab this text and went through it during your free time. I think I have still some time to show you one more recording of another artist. You know, this the thing that you can see right now, this folder is actually a pen drive that we prepared in Mickiewicz Institute with a number of short recordings from different directors. I will also leave it together with the book here in the library, so you'll be able to see it. You know, there are a number of directors that we work with in Mickiewicz Institute, and number of recordings, short recordings that at least can give you a signal what kind of aesthetic some artists are following. I would like to present something that it's totally, well, opposites, also showing something that it's from a different type of theater language. And this is performance made by a puppet theater called Malabar Hotel. They create performance based on text by a Polish writer that was covering subject of downtown and French Revolution. I think that this ensemble created a kind of original theater language using also puppets. You know, this video clip that it's 2 minutes long will show you a little bit what they produced.
Dziś jest historyczny dzień w moim życiu. Skończyłam. Zupełnie.
No, wielki sędzia podobno kusi dyktaturą palca.
Rok temu byłeś cały tydzień o krok od gilotyny, nie wyglądałeś tak.
Boże, gilotyna.
3 dni szepce o rychłym przewrocie i o dyktaturze jako o sprawie prawdopodobnej.
Danton jest nietykalny, ale Robespierre przecież człowiek, który sprowadził na Paryż te 3 tygodnie głodu, musi zginąć za to jedno, jeśli sprawiedliwość rewolucyjna istnieje.
Camille, przysięgam, że mówiłem prawdę. Camille, przysięgam, że mówiłem prawdę w diagnozie.
Spędzę na gwałt zaspane sekcje. Bractwo Societe wypuści kontrrewolucję z więzień na ulicę. Zrobicie taki galimaty, że niego świat nie widział.
Nie na moich usługach, tylko na usługach społeczeństwa! Właśnie, tamten pan jest!
Tato, oskarżyli pana o zgodę stanu. Rozumiesz? Wszyscy oprócz Robespiera chcą pana płacić.
Staram się pracować! Staram się pracować!
Okay, this is almost it for the presentation. As I said, I will leave the pen drive here in the library, so you could go through other directors to see also some other productions. I also recommend you to look into the webpage that Mickiewicz Institute is running. In this webpage you can find information about the contemporary theater and some other activities that are happening right now in Poland, not only in theater but also in other fields of art. I would like to make right now a small contest for people that are here together with us in the room. It's the contest that it's actually showing how that I'm not speaking only on behalf of a kind of society, but it's that there is a kind of mafia of people that are taking care of theater or like following the theater in Poland. I would like you to find the person, the famous Polish person that passed away a few years ago, that probably everyone in the world knows about. Very famous. Yes, okay. So the prize for you is a recording of performance, okay? Okay.
Good job, yeah.
Okay, it's the performance the recording that you got is a performance titled Age. It's based on Hamlet, and it's a performance made by the director that was not mentioned here, Jan Klata. He made it in Gdańsk shipyard, so it's a beautiful set design worth millions of dollars. And I mentioned John Paul II to prove that there is a kind of mafia in Poland, because John Paul II was also a playwright, and he wrote 3 theater texts, and actually in 40s he was wondering if he should really be a priest or an actor. So this is a kind of provement that the theater people in Poland are everywhere. If you have any questions right now, we still have a few minutes left. You know, I'm here to give you an answer, or at least give you, send you maybe to some kind of information that you are interested to learn more about. So, yes.
I've been hearing a little bit about a movement on the right wing theatrical movement in Poland. I was wondering if you could talk about possibly the aesthetics or aesthetic differences between the Polish theater of the right and the Polish theater of the left.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean by theater on the right, you know, because it's, I would say one thing that, of course, I mean, as you know from the beginning of the lecture, you know, there are a number of, there is a big number of theater societies that are working in Poland. And some of it, of course, it's like, I would say maybe not leftish, but at least trying still to speak about some problems, you know, and be more critic about that. And on the other hand, we have a number of theaters that are doing this kind of like, commercial theater, or something that is maybe not the kind of pleasant theater that it's easily, it's to please some kind of audience, you know. If you are speaking about the right-wing theater, there is of course a movement that is showing a number of religious stories, you know. There is also a big like a movement, especially in villages, that it's kind of folklore, you know, especially during Easter, for example, to stage the last road of Jesus Christ, you know. So this is something that is coming to my mind. Of course, nativity performances and so on, you know. If you know exactly the name, maybe I can respond for it.
It's based on I had a bus ride, and I happened to was sitting next to a Polish gentleman, and we started talking about the theater, and he knew we had both seen Czar and Dionysus. He was just a random sort of guy on a bus. And we started talking about the right wing Polish theater movement. So it was more of a rumor from me of someone on a bus.
Okay.
But I found it fascinating, and he had seen a production, but he didn't necessarily have the language to talk about the aesthetic. I was really interested in possibly.
We can always count on Google right now, and even I'm so curious that in the train I will Google right-wing movement in Poland, you know, like wing movement.
I think there is no, on the right wing, we don't have any really important strong art.
So
I think about theater, about arts. It doesn't. They are very strong when they are against something. That is very strong. They are, but they don't do anything that we can see. We had in a Museum of Contemporary Modern Art in Warsaw big exposition about this right wing in art. And of course they think that it was ironic that we show something from the right wing. It was not, but it's because they are always against. They are not producing something really I don't new, or how to say. It's just fight that we are under jak to powiedzieć, jak to, no nie wiem, że jesteśmy ciśnienie, no nie no, że jesteśmy...
Oh yeah, they're still like saying that we need to fight for freedom, and that's
that's
still
all, that's
kind of, you know, to my mind, this is not something that, you know, really, not something really, well, interesting, you know, I would say.
Yeah.
Or maybe not something original that it's worth to be mentioned, especially when we speak about something that it's like crucial and essential for Polish theater right now. Who else?
I wonder if you can speak a little bit about maybe some differences in theatrical training in schools, if you know anything about that, maybe between what we see as kind of traditional acting or directing training in a university here in the U.S. and what might be different in a training school in Poland.
I got my diploma in the theater school like 7 years ago, but as far as I know, or maybe something that I could tell is like that Poland is actually, you know, as you know, in the middle of Europe. So from time to time we have this kind of wave that it's coming from other country, that it's introducing a new kind of aesthetics. You know, we had actually in 2002, 2006 a kind of I would say invasion from Germany in case of theater, in terms of theater, because there were a number of performances, you know, that were coming from Berlin, from other theaters, you know, actually reminding or maybe showing us a new way of new language that was created in German theater. You know. So when I was speaking here about Christian Lupa and maybe directors that are following him, I was actually showing this kind of path that it's created in the Polish theater that's kind of well, still following some kind of tradition that we had in Polish theater. But besides of that, there are a number of directors that are using different kind of aesthetics, you know, and this is something that we are calling in Polish, you know, like a German theater, you know, so more maybe like using a Brecht method, you know, trying to also be from time to time out of character, using also like different type of contemporary drama like Jelinek or Werner Schwab. So this is also present in the Polish theater. I would say that you know, this Warlikowski, Jarzyna and Lupa, they created the kind of style that it's unique for their actors. You know, you could easily see, for example, who was actually playing in Lupa's performance. You know, they have this different kind of depth of as a character on stage. You know. This is the same also for Warlikowski. They are also creating something unique and new. And yeah, we have also this German style. And right now, I would say that there is a kind of a kind of movement in the theater that is actually showing, creating a new aesthetic for acting in terms of maybe more performance as a type of art. You know, they are more following visual artists, you know, than the theater artists. You know, then they are creating also. This is it's usually connected with the director who is working on it. You know, I would say that the actors in Poland are able to speak different languages in terms of aesthetics. So there are a number of theaters that are inviting different directors also for ensembles to create something unique. Yeah, maybe I will try to get some more information. Maybe there will be a chance to tell more about it during, I don't know, next presentation somewhere in the future. Someone else?
You had a really fascinating statistic, which was like 6.7% of the population is attending the theater, which for us is sort of astronomically high. I don't know what our number is, but it's not 6.7 coming into our theaters.
I mean, this is the number of people that were. I mean, this is maybe not this is not the number of people that were attending regularly. You know, this is the thing. You know, I would say rather that I would say that maybe 4 or 5% of the society is like following the theater or like going to theater quite regularly. You know, the statistic is. Maybe not precise in the terms that it's counting the number of people that attend to theater, but of course many people came like 2 or 3 times, you know. So
I'm just curious because that is a culture. I mean, even at that level, that's a culture of theater going that we don't have. And so where is that coming from? Like, is that something that's always existed where the population has?
Well, I would say like this, that, you know, in big cities like Warsaw, Krakow, for example, like I think also it's in Poznań and Wrocław, there are a number of theaters that have their ensembles, and this is I think, you know, that the theater actually, first of all, maybe in a communistic period, it was easier to build a theater and to support the theater than, for example, made number of movies, you know. It was a way also of controlling the kind of language that was, and the number of subjects that were spoken, a number of subjects that were covered in the society. You know? So in each theater there was a censor that was checking, of course, every script. So there is also very dramatic moment in the Polish history that you know, in 1968, when the whole of the West countries are actually following the student protests, you know, we had in Poland something that was a very shameful moment. And in our history, one of the dramas that is also here, titled Mayor, is actually speaking about this moment in the history. The communistic government was struggling with economic crisis that was disturbing people to have like a normal life. And in Warsaw, there was a performance prepared in the National Theatre that was cancelled during the last general rehearsal. The censor said that it's actually too obvious that this performance is anti-Russian. So this was actually a spark that started a student protest that happened in Warsaw. So next week in Warsaw, students were walking on the street saying, well, we don't want to have this kind of communism in Poland, we want to have a change, you know. So what the government, the communistic propaganda made, actually they changed in mass media this kind of movement, and they changed the direction of it from the government actually to be against Jewish people. And something that happened in March 1968 was the moment when, shortly after Second World War, not more than 20 years after Second World War, Polish government expelled thousands of people from Poland that were Jewish origin. So, and it started from banning the theater performance. You know. So you could track down in Polish history the moments when the theater is actually going very close to politics, and sometimes like too close, I would say. This is, and this is maybe, I mean, this is of course dangerous romance, I would say, you know, it's like, sometimes it's too close, but also it's showing something that the theater is always giving, you know, it's giving you opportunity to speak in real time to people and to spread the kind of message around them, you know. And I think we are still doing it, you know. That's why maybe the theater is so important, you know, that there is still a space in theater to speak about something that it's alternative and different, you know. I know it from a friend of mine, she's half Spanish, half German. He's traveling to Poland regularly, and I asked her one day why. And she said that she would like to learn Polish. I said, life is too short to learn Polish, so I don't think that this is not a good idea. And she said, you know, I think why I like to go back to Poland from time to time is that you still are thinking about that there is another way of doing things. You know, like she said that in Germany it's always about maintenance. You know, we have a kind of order that it's there, and we just don't want to lose it, you know, and you are still thinking about having something in the future and changing something, you know. And we are really lucky that people in theater, many people in theater are still thinking the same way, you know, that many directors are still like asking sometimes basic questions, sometimes disturbing people, you know, asking again and again the same question, but I think this is the only way that you could do the theater that really matters, you know. I don't want this lecture to be really about like life on Mars or something, you know, that it's not attached to you totally, you know. I think I was thinking actually today, preparing this lecture, that I should also leave you with a kind of message how you could use or think about this lecture as being an inspiration. So I think there are two ideas that I would like to, two statements that I would like to do right now. The first one is actually always think about the theater as a way of life and not about the work. You know. You will never make big money in the theater. This is not the way to make a fortune, you know, to have a house in Miami or wherever you would like to live. It's because this kind of money will never be here, and this is just not possible. You know, you can go to movies, you can go to film industry, Hollywood, whatever, but the theater will never give you this kind of money. But what it can give you this kind of feeling that you are really speaking about something that matters. And I wish you could all do from time to time, you know, performance that will give you a feeling that you are speaking about something important. And the second thing is also to think about the theater as ensemble, as a community, as a group of people. You know, only then you could actually create something that is unique. I know that system in the United States, it's actually different. Of course, you are creating like ensembles for each performance. The rehearsal process is very short, and it's not giving you opportunity maybe to get to know each other. But if there is a message also for like students or people that are working in theater, you know, always try to think about a kind of ensemble that you could create. You know, I mean, think about your colleagues or group of people that you could work with, and you know, create a kind of group. You know, I know this life of this kind of ensemble could look different. You know, sometimes it lasts for 5 years, sometimes 25. But I wish you all that you could find someone that it's actually that you could work with for many years. I don't know if this was answer for your question. Was it? Okay. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think yeah. So it's 5 p.m. right now. It was really big pleasure to be here, and I hope that you know, it was not the last time in Emerson College that we could actually present something from Poland. Thank you once more for having me here. Thank you also for having Andrzej Chyra that is still, you know, here with us. It was a big pleasure to be here during workshops and during this presentation, and we are looking forward to do something together